1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, I can hear myself talking now. What's that about? All right, okay. I haven't a fucking clue what that is. Oh, I can hear myself talking now, for fuck's sake. Right. Listen, I've turned that up. Let's see if it's still working. Hi, good evening and welcome. Ah. So, are we still working? Is it still going, as they say? ah, where are we? I've got so many tabs open. I don't know what I'm doing here. I've no idea what I'm doing. So, peeps, can you hear me or not? I don't know what I'm looking at. 7:22, and that's a minute ago, and you can hear. So, I'll pretend it's 7 o'clock, and hopefully, people can hear me. Right. Okay, folks. I've no idea what is happening at all. Do you know it's doing me boxing? It really is doing me boxing. I test it all before I come on live. Click live. It's coming out of my computer. It's coming out of my StreamYard, and it's going up to that thing in the sky called YouTube or whatever, and it ain't coming out of fucking YouTube. I don't know what it is, but there you go. You know, I think it's just to make me go. I'm going grey now. Look. Oh God. Anyway, folks, hope you've all had a good a good few days. I do apologise for 20 minutes of actual nothing, except me with my mouth going like that. My backside was going like that as well. Oh, a bit like that. But there you go. Anyway, so I've no idea who's in the chat because I can't see it. I can see this little bit on my screen. Jilly and Noxie. So good evening, Noxie. Good evening, Jilly. I can't see anything else. So let's see if I can see what's. According to this, there's quite a few in, but okay, Kels. An update. I could have done it in charades, couldn't I? I never thought that. Real honest ghost. Good evening. Nice to see you. To see you, nice. Anyway, I've had a call from Levi earlier on. Well, an hour ago, basically. We had quite a good chat, but there's nothing to update you on because time's just going by and by and by. You know, so I can't give you an update because there ain't a bloody update. He's enjoying doing his workhouse routine or whatever that is. I don't know if it's a workout. That's an old saying, isn't it? Workout. He's in the workhouse on the chain gang. Ooh. Do you know, I might get this right one day. Jilly is not out this month. No, he'd like to be, but he's not. It doesn't come out till September-ish. And I've said ish because we're not quite sure on the date. But hopefully the middle of September. Yeah, Kelsey, it was a workshop. There you go. Black Queen, good evening. I haven't seen you for a while, darling. What's it like in yours? It's bloody wet and cold here. Saying that, I'm going to move my camera because all that writing's going up my nose. It makes me look ill. So I'm just going to move my camera a little bit. There we go. So he must have rung you, Sharon, after he'd rung me, or because he didn't mention he'd spoke to you today. But so he must have phoned you after he phoned me. But I do know that the pig on the end of the phone said you've got a minute left. So we must have had a good 10 minutes or so. So anyway, so there was a fight last night, was there? Last night's fight card was pretty good. And when you say last night's fight card, I presume it's this bare knuckle shit. You know, I could have done with a bit of bare knuckle on this screen tonight. But there you go. Anyway, so it's UK. Good evening. Nice to see you. UKPL, or is it UKPI? Don't know. Sharon, you got 5,000 views on what, sweetheart? Was you live last night? I didn't get a thing to say you were live. I thought, well, saying that, I was going to say I thought YouTube had got their act together because, and I got a thing when Bobby went live. It come up and said Bobby's live, and I got a thing when Bibby went live the other day because it came up and said Bibby's live, but nothing else happened. I haven't had anything. I'll have a look, Sharon, and see what it was like then, if it was on your channel. Yeah. Oh, was you streaming live at the fight? Was you? Hey, was you doing a little bit of David Dimbleby and all that? You know, oh, it's a left uppercut and a right uppercut, and he smacked him right on the nose. He's kneed him in his nuts. Yeah, did you do all that? You know. No good me going to do that because I'd be effing and blinding. I don't think I could do a live boxing match thing. I was just trying to see who won the football, but it's finished and it's not said. So they're doing the draw now. Yes, UK. Last week, the notifications were coming up thick and fast. This week, I've not had any. You know, don't know what it is. Don't know if it's it could be my bloody PC, because as you've seen tonight, it's there's something wrong somewhere between my connection here and my YouTube channel, because it was running on my PC and I could watch it and listen to it on my PC, and it was running out to YouTube, but you couldn't hear it. You could see it, but you couldn't hear it. So what was that all about? And it did that last week as well. So I think tomorrow, before I go live with Bobby tomorrow night, I think I shall do a couple of tests. I shall just go live to see if anybody jumps on while I'm doing a live, just to see if they can hear and whatever. Now, saying that, I'll probably get on with Bobby tomorrow night and say, okay, hey, yeah. So there you go. Homemade chips, lovely. I like homemade chips. I don't do them, but I like them. So, Sharon, how many of you went to this boxing thing? Was it a long way away? It wasn't. The last time I remember you saying you were going to the boxing, it was abroad somewhere. Can't remember where it was, but I think you said it was somewhere in France, but I might be wrong. Or was it Essex? Nearly the same place, isn't it? So there you go. Subscribe to Sharon for all the BKB action. Oh, right, you're watching it at home. Ah, right. So, okay. So as you were watching it at home, was you streaming to your channel then, or have I got the wrong end of the stick there, darling? You know, I can be a bit thick at times, but you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? When you get old, you get bloody old. Pissed off with being old. I want to be 21 again. Nah, I think I want to be 40 again. I don't want to be 21. I want to be 40 again. Good times when I was 40. Cracking times. 21, you're just starting to learn things, aren't you, when you're 21? Yeah, I'm not getting the gist of it, Sharon. I do apologise. I might just go to your channel and see what you've got. That might help, eh? Do you think? Might do, mightn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, where is it? I can see it on that screen. I can't see it on there. Yeah, we go. Opening a new window. Let's have a look. Oh, right. Okay. So you did a 3.5 minute thing. Yeah. Very nice. Dark Destroyer 1. Good evening. Welcome. He's okay. He's getting on with doing his time, and time's getting short now. We're down into single months, and he's out in the middle of September. He's keeping his nose clean. Well, he wipes it often because it keeps running. But yeah. Okay, Sharon. Sorry, I might have watched a short one. Anyway, I'll have a look afterwards. Yeah. So back to the boy. His update. He phones me up about half an hour or so before I go live, just in case there is something to pass on. And nothing really. He just said he's enjoying in the doing his workshop stuff, and he's looking forward to September, which is not far away. Now we've got past that long month, you know, that 12-month, January. It starts to go downhill from there, and you'll know when he's coming out, because once he's out, it'll be like a bloody rash. You won't be able to get shut of him on YouTube. Yeah, he said to me he enjoyed his mum and brother's visit today. I was meant to go today, but as people are no doubt aware, I'm not very well at the moment. I may look fit as a fiddle, but I'm not. So I didn't manage to go. So anyway, that's the update. There's not a lot to tell you. I can tell you an update, and I don't know if people's noticed about the rat boy. He was in court last week. I don't know. Did anybody see the report about rat boy in court when he was up in court for waving his knife about at that bare knuckle fighter? Shingles. That's a bloody nightmare. Apparently, I haven't had it, but apparently it's a nightmare. But apparently you can get an injection for it nowadays. You know, you can get an injection for everything at the moment. Yeah, real honest goes. I don't know what I had a quick read of the whole Daily Mail online, but I didn't go through it all because you get a bit pissed off with the whole Daily Mail. They're always trying to get you to sign this, sign that, and watch this bloody ad and watch that ad. So anyway, I don't think he got sent down, but whatever he got, he deserved it. He did. Besides him deserving a rap on the knuckles, he deserves a fist in the gob. But there you go. That's just me. Yeah, so he was in. That's the. No, it's not. It's not good. It's not good being 85 and ill. That's the thing, isn't it? It's all right being 85 if you're okay, and 85 you might not be okay, but my elder brother's eight. Well, the one that lives in Hull is 83, and you'd think he was bloody 16. He gets up at 5 in the morning, gets in his car at 6, and pisses off to work. Well, he's 83. What's he doing? What's he doing with his life? Going to work? Man, he doesn't do knack all when he gets there, but I suppose it keeps him young in the head, strong in the arm, thick in the head. There you go, anyway. But yeah, so it's not a good thing. Yeah, so there you go. As long as I've not, like I say, I've not had shingles, but I can a long time ago remember my mum getting shingles. I think it was shingles. Anyway, I'm fairly certain it was shingles, and it's not a nice thing to get. So, Sharon, you better get outside before it freezes. Then you won't be able to fold your washing. It'll be frozen solid. Be like the old days. Oh, I'm going to have a brew. It's anyway. It's you'll have to excuse me. I've got a frog in my throat or something. I don't know what it is. I don't put the washing on the line anymore. I go to my brother's and put my washing in his dryer because he pays for the electric for that. So it's quite good. $55. You're just a whippersnapper at 55. Loads to do with your life at 55. I'm 70 odd and I've still got loads to do. But when I say I've got loads to do, I don't really have loads to do. I just think I have. I make it up as I'm going along. It's I don't do a great deal, folks. Quite honestly, I spend all my time on the computer. So I don't go out. I don't go drinking. I've stopped going clubbing. The only reason I've stopped going clubbing is because I don't like the pigging music and I dance like an old cripple. So pointless me going, really, isn't it? And I don't drink. And I don't smoke. And I don't take drugs. What's the fucking point of going out? Quite honestly. What's the point of living? When I think about it. I went to the Quacks on Wednesday. And she'd phoned me up on the Monday and to give me some results and shit. And said, I want you to come in for what do you call it? I'll make an appointment for you on Wednesday for you to come in and we'll have a chat. So I said, oh, okay. So she said, so we'll talk about this blood thing you've had and whatever. And I said, yeah. And I've also, we can't talk about something else. I've only got 10 minutes on this thing. You can only talk about what you're already got or done, or you know what I mean. So I said, all right then. Anyway, I got an appointment for 10:50 on Wednesday morning. They did offer me 9 o'clock, but when I said to her I can't get my ass out of bed until 10, she said 10:50 then. So I said, yeah, okay. Anyway, I got there at 10:48. Said, I'm here for an appointment, 10:50. Yeah, just take a seat, Mr. Smith, over there. I went and sat down. Half an hour went by, nothing. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm getting more and more, I live on a short fuse, unfortunately, as most people probably know. I wish, to tell you the truth, I wish I'd have taken my divvy back with me because it'd have come in handy. I could have whacked around the ear hole with it. Anyway, 22, 10:50, so it was 10:50, 11:45. I'd had enough, so I got up to walk to the counter thing to say, what's the point of having an appointment if I'm sat here for an hour waiting for it? And then, just as I stood up, the woman, the doctor, shouted from the bottom, "Mr. Smith, please." Oh, okay. So I went down. She said, "I'm really sorry. I'm running over time." I said, "Oh, okay, fine." So we went in, sat down. She said, what I'll do first is I'll take your blood pressure. And then, while I'm taking your blood pressure, we'll have a chat, see what blah, blah, blah. So I said, yeah, okay. So she sticks this blood pressure thing on my arm and up it pops and it gets a bit hard, doesn't it? Well, bit thing on your arm. So she said, oh, that's finished then. Let's have a look. So she looked at it and basically she had a look of shock on her face. And, oh, shit, what's that all about? Anyway, she said, oh, I think I better do it again. So she did it again, and we're chatting away. And she looked at it again, and she says, "Oh God." I says, "Is there a problem?" She said, "It's really, really high. There's something wrong." So she said, "I tell you what, we'll do it one more time, and if we won't talk or anything, just sit there and calm down." Or whatever. So I said, yeah, okay. Anyway, did it the third time, and she stood up and looked at it. She said, oh, that's better. It's okay now. So she said, I'm glad I did it again because I was getting to panic a bit. So I said, sure. She says, I can't understand why it's so high. I said, well, I can. I sat out there for a fucking hour waiting to come in here, and I have a short fuse, and I'm going like that, pulling my hair out because I'm not coming in. Of course, my blood pressure is going to be high. And besides that, I had to run up 2 flights of stairs to get in on time. There you go. All right. Yeah. That'll, whatever. So, by the time she'd taken me blood pressure and shit, my 10 minutes was up. So I says, well, that's the 10 minutes gone. You've only managed to check my blood pressure. She says, it's all right. Well, carry on. Anyway, we did. So she's asking, what's your problems and blah, blah, blah. And what are you doing? Are you taking pills? And are you doing this and everything? No. So she says, so I explained what my problem was. And she says, you don't mind and I can't remember what you call it. It's not apprentice, but there was a young girl in the room with her watching, or I don't know what they call them, student or whatever. Anyway, so she says, you don't mind my slave in there, do you? So, no, it's fine. I don't mind at all. I've got nothing to hide. I'm at that age. I don't care what student. That's the word, student. So I said, yeah, I don't mind, whatever. So she says, right, what I want you to do is I want you to go behind that curtain there and get onto the bed so I can test your stomach and stuff. So I said, yeah, okay then. So anyway, I went behind the curtain. She come behind. She said, oh, you'll have to take all your clothes off. So I said, right, okay. So then, all clothes goes off, don't they? Don't bloody care. So she gave me this like a big piece of tissue, big blue piece of tissue. She said, yeah, that you can cover yourself up with that. So I said, that ain't big enough. Then I thought, well, she knows it's big enough because she's just seen it. Anyway, so I'm stood there, stark bollock naked, with a piece of paper in my hand. And so she stood there, the student stood there, I'm stood in front of the bed thing, no clothes on, with a little bit of paper covering my my bits. So she says, I need you to lie down and I'm just going to press on your stomach and stuff. So I laid down, she's pressing on the stomach and all that kind of crap. So she, yeah, that. So she says, does that hurt? No. Oh, it's a bit hard, or, you know, whatever. I don't know what the word is anyway. It's not pressing, it feels full. So I said, well, yeah, I told you that. I feel full all the time. I don't eat, and yet I feel full. Oh, right, okay. So she says, I just need to get not a compare. What do you call it? Not an au pair. Somebody who comes in and watches, make sure she's not doing nothing wrong. I don't know what you call them. Somebody will tell me in a minute. So I says, yeah, okay then. So off she pops. So there's me laid on the bed with no clothes on. There's a young girl stood at the end of the bed. And the doctor's gone out the door. She comes in a couple of minutes later, and as she walks round, she comes forward, and there's another young girl come through. Oh, what's all this about? Anyway, chaperone, that's the word, Julie, thank you. You see, I knew somebody had come up with a word. So in walks this chaperone, another young lady. I think if you added all their ages together, it wouldn't match my age. Anyway, so I'm laid there. So she said, now, what I want you to do now is I want you to lay on your side with your left leg straight out and your right leg, I want you to bend your knee up to your chest. You have no chance. I can't get my G to my bloody chest. I couldn't do that when I was 16. I certainly can't do it now. Oh, just get it as high as you can. So I said, yeah, okay then. So turns over, leg straight, leg up, stark bollock naked. Next thing I know, whoa, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There you go. Oh, you're I forgot what you call your colon's fine. I says, yeah, it is now. So she says, okay, you can get dressed now. So gets dressed, goes and sits down. Now this 10 minute thing has gone on for more than a half an hour by the time I've got my clothes back on and sat on the thing. So she's saying, right, what I want you to do, I'm going to book you into the hospital for an ultrasound for your stomach. I want to see what's happening there, and then I'm going to book you in for this gastro blah blah bleeding blah blah, and that's the one where they stick the camera up your bum. So that's that one done. She said, I want you to 4 samples. So, okay, and I want you to not a spit test. I can't remember what it's called now. It's a bit like taking your DNA, but it wasn't that. But anyway, so I said, yeah, okay, then that's fine. So she sat clicking away on her keyboard. And she says, you have any hobbies? I said, no, not really. I sit at home. Do it now. So she said, you don't have any hobbies. I said, I've just told you. I told you earlier on. I never go out. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go to nightclubs. I go out once a week to the shop and we come home and that's it. I'm in my flat all week then. I'm like a troglodyte. I just never go out. Oh, okay. So what do you do? I said, oh, you don't want me to tell you what I do. Because if I start talking about what I do, we'll be here all day. Because once I start talking about it, I can't stop. So she said, no, that's all right. Well, click, 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 click. Well, I'm just updating all these records. You just. So I said, well, what I do is I do genealogy. Oh dear, that's quite interesting, isn't it? I said, yeah, it is, yeah. So she said, how did that start? So there you go, she set me off. So I started. 40 minutes later, I'm still talking. So I says, look, I'm going to have to stop because I know your time is precious. And you told me you only had 10 minutes and I've been here nearly 2 hours. And besides that, my £1.50 on the car is going to run out, and I'm not going to get a ticket for sitting here telling you about what I do in my spare time. So she said, oh, no, I'm really interested. I mean, you know, what a story you've got. I said, well, if you want to know about it, here. And I wrote down my you know, where I've got some stuff online that she can read. She says, there you go. You can go and have a look at that. I've written my whole story, and there's a bit of a video goes with it, and a bit about my mum and all, you know, and all that kind of shit. So she says, oh, do you know, I've enjoyed this. She says, won't you get into trouble? A 10-minute talking session or whatever has gone on for just over 2 hours. So she said, well, no, it's all right. It's okay. The young girl says, do you know, I've really enjoyed that. What a life you've led. I said, yeah, well, you know, I could talk all afternoon. I really, once somebody gets me on it, I can't stop. I said, so I could talk all afternoon now, but I'm not going to, because I know you need to see other people, because there'll be somebody else sat out there with a blood pressure starting to come out the top of their head because I'm sat in here telling you tales about my life. So she says, no, I've enjoyed it. Thank you. So I said, right, okay. I'm off. I said, oh, by the way, just before I go, you said on the phone that I needed another blood test. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. That's why you came back, isn't it? For the blood test. I said, oh, God. Yeah. Right, I'll book you a blood test. So now I've got, well, I haven't got them now because I've done all the samples and all that kind of shit. Took them all back yesterday. But I've got to go in on my birthday for another blood test. I've had 3 blood tests so far, and they want another one now. I've done 6 samples. Don't know. Anyway, so she said you should get, somebody will phone you up regarding your appointments with the hospital and all that kind of crap. If you haven't heard by the 28th, give me a ring and we'll see what's happening. Anyway, I got home. I hadn't been home 10 minutes and my phone rang. And it was the hospital. Oh, we've just had this thing about, I can't remember what it's called now, UPC TTI gastro, stick a camera up your ass thing. And I want to book a virtual call with our triage nurse. When can I book it? I said, you can book it for any time you want. I'm in every day. My phone's in my hand all the day. Or if it's in my hand, it's next to me. Anytime. You don't have to book a call, just phone. So she said, oh, no, I'll book it. I booked you in for the, it's next Wednesday. I can't remember the date now, but it's next Wednesday. 2:00 next Wednesday, I've got that call. And then I got, about an hour later, I got another email from the ultrasound people saying we'll be in touch within 5 working days to arrange for you to come in for the ultrasound. Oh, right, okay. So that was my week. As David Prost used to say, that was the week that was. You know, so there you go. Anyway, that's, do you see what I mean about talking? Yeah, do you know, Jilly, thank you about getting my test back and they're going to be normal. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong. You know what I mean? I just have a few silly things. Well, one silly thing is I don't eat. I've got one of these, you know, not an Alexa, the other one, the Google one that's things, Google Nest. And I've set Google Nest to remind me at 7:00 every night to eat. So I've set it to say, hi, Paul, have you eaten today? Because if that's not set, someday, I mean, I've gone 2 or 3 days with nothing to eat, and I think, you know, when I was young, I couldn't go 3 days without bloody food. You know, your gut's telling you, oh, I'm bloody starving. But I do. I drink plenty of drinks and stuff like that, but I can go 2, 3 days without food and not really think. And then sometimes I have to stand up and say, go and get yourself something to eat. Whether you're hungry or not, eat. There you go. You don't eat, Kels, you don't eat a lot, darling. I've seen you eat like a little mouse, you know, little nibbly things. But there you go. You know, so that's the story of Paul's week. Bored your bloody heads off with the story of my backside, really. But there you go. You know, I'm that type of person that if you're in a, I don't know what you could, if you're in a bit of an embarrassing situation, I try and put a joke to it, if you know what I mean. So, of course, when she stuck her finger up my bum, and I said, "Oh, I haven't had that for a long time." Wow. Yeah, UK. I wasn't a mod. I wasn't a rocker, and if you knew about me, you'd know that I joined the army, and there was no chance of being a mod or a rocker in those days. You know, 60s, supposed to be the all this free sex shit. Well, it wasn't free sex when I was in the army. You never saw a bloody woman. Anyway, saw plenty of good guys. So, hi, Spiky. So you're having a bit of a tea cake. I think we had that discussion last week, didn't we, about a bloody tea cake? I think it was Bibby who was on about tea cakes. And a bit like scones and scones, isn't it? You know, we all say these silly little things. Anyway, folks, you know it's coming up to the hour, and yeah, Jilly, that's what my quack said to me on Mondays. There was something to do with the liver, and I would have to have another blood test. That's why I got the meeting, the appointment, because of this new blood test. But she didn't even mention what the problem was. Well, you understand me. The story I've given, you can see that she didn't ask about the blood test or what the results were. Nothing. It wasn't until I was leaving that I reminded her that she told me I need another bloody blood test. So my story must have been really good that she'd forgotten everything. Anyway, so if you had your bloods done on Thursday and you got a message on Friday, I had my bloods done 2 weeks after Christmas, and I got the call last Monday. So there you go. Anyway, folks, we're coming towards the end of my shift, and I've enjoyed talking to you. I didn't enjoy the first 20 minutes where I was losing my rag and effing and blinding and putting another fiver in my swear box, but I'm glad that the swear box is mine and nobody else's, because then I can get my money back, can't I? So, yeah, so there you go. The boys said exactly what you do. If you like the content, just give it a like. If you don't like it, give it a no like. Me no like, be like. You know, down the bottom there. It'd be nice if you left comments. Everything helps on the algorithm shit on YouTube. you know, commenting, likes, dislikes. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click the bell, and it's live long and prosper. TTFN, and hopefully see you tomorrow night. Me and Bobby, 7 o'clock, this channel. Hopefully we'll get a full hour. Take care, people. Thank you.